to continue, we are working on the UI to date. So there's a couple of menus that we have. Let me just take you guys through the flowchart here. Don't look at how messy it is. This was thrown together quite sloppily. So basically what's going on in general is we are on the end of our refactor sprint right now. We have 2 more weeks, I believe, or this week and next week, and then the week after that we're done with this sprint. And all my refactor work or all my reorganization work is done. So that means that I get to start doing some prep work for the work that we're going to do next sprint, and that is the UI. So this flowchart kind of shows it's very much for myself, which is why I made a very messy one, but it just shows me how all the buttons and all the screens connect to each other, right? So every single button that takes us to a different screen, it's in there, and then there's a little arrow that shows me what that connects to. And basically we've been working on the style for this UI for ages.
Ages, yeah.
I've got so many different kind of styles. Like, here's one that we've had for a very long time in our PC prototype. Kind of, we had this thing going on, but there are just some random other things. Oh, that's not even UI. Hold on, let me grab this one. It's this idea. We never used that. We never used any of these ideas, by the way. Excuse me. Just had lunch. But there's been tons and tons and tons of different ideas here. Basically, what we ended up with as our latest iteration is this one. And for those of you who've been following along for a bit longer, you'll know that we've been struggling with our seed, our main concept as well. And that's kind of why we didn't have anything to inform our UI. We're just making UI that kind of fit the game, but we didn't have a concept behind that would inform what the UI would look like. We have a much stronger seed now. It's kind of based on comics and Cartoon Network, kind of Hanna-Barbera type shit. And so the UI needs to kind of reflect that. So that's why we have this paneled look, and we have these flat colors, and it's very much line art focused and comic book fonts in there. That matches the kind of the feel of the game much better than what we had before. There are some drawbacks to this style that I can already predict once we're going to get into actually building this, and that is that everything is slanted, which gives it a really cool dynamic look, which I love, but it's just hard to do that with a Unity canvas because it's all very much box focused, especially if you want to have, I want to have these characters slide in and out at an angle, right? But that's going to be animations, and then we're working for Switch, and then Lance found a thing that said that UI animations on Switch are kind of a problem performance-wise or whatever. So we'll see how much animation we'll be able to do. But the more animation we can get in there, the more I would like it, so to say. Any other announcements before I get into it?
I don't know. I guess it's worth noting that while this isn't our first UI iteration, this is definitely the one we're going with. And there's a couple of things you have to watch out for regarding the platform that we're going to go release on. In this case, the Switch is up first. And I told you this before, Yoram. Mm-hmm. Like in your UI work, we got to make sure that the players recognize their own controllers. And unlike other platforms, the Switch or Nintendo actually can recognize the type of controller you have, all up to the color even in some cases. So that's definitely something we have to take with us, right, as going forward. Do we want to yeah, what do we want to do with this? What if you have a Pro controller? What do you have? What do we have? The Pikachu version of the right controller or whatever? Like, that's definitely something we need to not forget, right? That's gotta somehow see what we can do with it. We're not obligated to use it, but if we can, it would be nice.
Yeah, absolutely. So that's one thing indeed that we discussed. That and there's also this thing where you can't just use a Joy-Con icon, right? So this is one that I drew myself. It's kind of like this cute little cartoony version of a Joy-Con. But if we want to use that in game, because we're representing a Nintendo product, we kind of have to send it over to them and be like, hey, is this okay? Does this, represent your product in the right way? And we'll have to do that for every icon that we make that represents a Nintendo thing. Another thing that worries me is the Nintendo Switch screen size. It's quite small. I'm working on a 4K screen right here, and everything is super legible. Even if I zoom it way out, it's very nice and legible. But we have to take into account that in handheld mode, it's going to be the game. The screen is about this big, and it's going to be at 720p. So I'll have to keep that into account and keep everything very clean, very legible. So, for instance, a thing that I can already spot causing problems: this little button prompt right here. It might have to get to be a bit bigger, because that's gonna just completely. If you zoom out, again, it's perfectly fine to read for me on my high resolution screen, and it might be fine for you guys to see that on the stream, but that might not necessarily be how legible it is on the Switch. So the first thing I want to do today is get a bunch of mock-ups out. So I'm going to take a look at our flowchart. Mainly grab the car construction menu, because that's a very important and big and complex menu that we have to have in there. And try to get a mock-up of that in this style. And as soon as I have that, I kind of want to at some point send over just them as flat images to Lance, so he can put them on our dev kit.
That'd be nice,
right? And then just so we can take a look at what it looks like on that screen, because that's really the only check that I can do. I can kind of just scale out and scale back in to check it out, but eventually we just have to take a look at it on the console itself. So yeah, that's kind of the thing today. I think the main thing is just going to be take a look at this style and copy that over to a different thing. I might do white panel lines, by the way. Just make that really... the way I set up this document. That's not the main problem with me doing these kind of mock-ups, that I don't work very clean at all usually. I do like these white panel lines though, instead of the black. Oop. Just grab that here. What did I do here? Interesting. Oh, that is all just one. Alright. I'm an idiot. Lance?
Yeah.
I'm an idiot.
Yeah. Okay.
Alright. Oh shit. That's not what I want. How did I set this up? Oh shit.
So, what's the idea with the names? Have you thought about that?
What names?
The names of the characters. The way they, where you put them now. Is that something you're gonna keep? I don't know if...
Yeah, that's the plan, I think. Right? Or do you want them to be somewhere else? I mean, this is the moment for any...
Yeah, exactly. That's why I'm saying it now. I think I'd like to try a version just for readability to see if we can move the name towards the full character avatar part to the right.
Here.
Yeah, somewhere on the right side, because
What if
I
this
worry.
changes from choose a character to just like the character name?
No,
And
you
that
choose the
character
character
selected.
still. You highlight.
Yeah, I know, but I mean the
Oh no, no,
text.
not
So
no,
so
not
when
no,
when
no, no,
you
no,
enter the menu, it says choose a character,
no,
and
no, no,
then
no. I'm not talking about that. No, you can.
no,
That
I know
needs.
that's not what you're talking about. It's what I'm suggesting.
Ah, I see. Yeah, why not? You could try that. You have a lot of space. Maybe you can add play like
Well, I don't have
some.
a lot of space here for like longer names.
No, no,
So that's
that's
kind of
true.
annoying.
I'm just thinking like it's probably too small of a text to read the name anyways. It's just like the A button you said as well. Uh, yeah, initially I thought at the character, but you're right. That's at the top or at the bottom, but that's not a lot of space for sure. Especially if we have redacted names unveiled later on. Maybe they'll be a little bit too like our first redacted character, for example. Its name is probably going to be a little too long. But yeah, at the bottom, can you put choose character elsewhere? Is there a
Well,
can
there's
you
no
make it as a
reason.
subtext or something like a super text, super font at the top of the blue bar, blue bit, and then the name of the character in large? I don't know if that's a cool fucking thing. Probably not, but
Yeah, we can do that. We can try that.
yeah, just to try
What
it
will
out.
you do?
And if you want, I can actually, if you have an image to use, I can actually just put the image on the Switch later.
Yeah, yeah, that's
Just
definitely
just
my one of my goals.
yeah. Today we can definitely like have 4 of those pictures up there and see how it looks like. Why'd you
Postdocumentism.
stand up? No,
What?
it's. I saw something funny, but it was the wrong channel. My bad. And on Discord, never mind.
Yeah. Oh god, I see it.
Fucking Victor.
I like the cutout in the tree though. We kind of took that
Yeah,
from the earlier sketch that I posted, I think, where there's just like a floating piece of tree.
I like the cutout. Yeah.
Cutout is cool. They kind of look like popsicles right now.
What kind of world is that? I like it. It's like so different. I like it.
Oh yeah. Oh yeah.
Gonna have to talk about it later.
I don't want to put the names at the top because this is weird to have them like here. But you mean like a superscript, right? Just have choose your character here, and then have the name here.
Yeah, if yeah,
Something
yeah,
like that.
the stream is delayed a little bit, but yeah, yep. What I'm seeing now is what you meant. Yes, something like that could be good, like a superscript. Probably less stroke, of course, but I don't know if that works. You could do that, something like that, some iteration of that. Maybe swap them, have to choose the character on the left and then Bob on the right, but that's fucking weird. No, it's not. That's yeah, maybe.
I love how Windows or Photoshop probably just kind of pops up windows in other. Ooh, that's illegible. Yeah, that can work. It's kind of.
Oh yeah, and the controller icon is flipped. I forgot about that last time.
No, it isn't.
It is though, because
No, it isn't. Look at it again.
oh, that's weird. The stream just kind of corrected itself. No. Thanks, Nomad. Somebody agrees with me.
Lance has said, sounds like a good idea.
Probably the subtext thing.
Yeah, I'm just concerned with the reading order. You always read from left to right, so now it goes player 1, Bob, choose a character. So I might have to play with that.
Is there a way to? Is there a symbol we can think of? Is that something we might do? A symbol for choosing a character? Is there like something
like an icon?
Yeah, is it something we can do? We already have the controller and the P1, Is it something we can do? Can we put choose character globally for all players somehow? Do you know what I mean? Like right now, it's like 4 players gonna say choose a character, but
Well, yeah, it kind of depends on if we're gonna do.
oh shit! But that's like
Remember what the discussion that we had last week, where we went, hey, you know, you're gonna have this. A bit sloppy, but whatever.
yeah. Somebody
Or
was
are we
gonna.
gonna have? Oh, it's not
Yeah.
You know, player 1 has chosen that character, player 2 has chosen that character, player 3 has chosen. You know, one screen that represents all the, and then you just have.
Yeah, yeah. You know, you could do that. It's much like Smash does it. Then you just have to lose. No, you don't have to lose it. Here's a crazy idea.
I mean, this one would go away.
Yeah, yeah.
Because it wouldn't just be the screen for player 1, because you know every player has their own.
Yeah, but what if you actually made 4 sections of the full body avatar next to each other, representing the selected characters up till 4? Because you do have more screen estate, so you could you can probably rearrange like the character selection. You can have more space. You can create more space. I don't know. Or you just lose it, exactly. You just get rid of the full body avatar if you want to do that. I'm not opposed to this. I'm gonna be honest with you.
Yeah, it's gonna be, or it might be like.
You just have a lot of like wasted space.
I love how I thought at least that this was fairly established.
Yeah, it is established. I kind of want to keep it. I think it's fine to just do 4-player split screen, each their own. It's just a lot of redundant imaging.
Yeah.
Like it's a lot of.
And it's like, I mean, if you have 1/4 of 720p, that's gonna be.
How does it look like if 4 players would select it? Do you have like stack them, or is it just?
Yeah, you mean in this version or in the or?
Oh, in the stream's delayed, but I mean in the version where all players share the same selector.
Yeah.
I guess if the controllers stack, like if you have 2 stacks of controls, that's like okay, there's 2 players on this bit. Or you can put them in corners or something.
I don't know if players can 2 players choose the same character. So that's gonna be hell with the indicators as well.
Yeah, I don't think so actually. No. Yeah, unless you make like maybe later on the road we make like alternatives. Yeah.
I actually have alternatives for.
Yeah, like Street Fighter or Smash with the colors. Yeah, we could probably think about doing that stuff later on. It's not really an issue programming wise, not really. Because I already keep track of who's who and who's unique. So that's okay.
These. Where are they? Character expressions, characters colors.
Is there a way? This is a little meta Yoram for you and me.
So I mean, I wanted to do at some point like these alternative versions of the characters, right?
Oh yeah, I remember this. Yeah, it's very cool though. Yeah, unlockable skins, but
yeah, exactly.
Yeah,
exactly.
Yeah, it's pretty cool. I think we should definitely look at this again in the very near future because it will matter. It will matter.
Yeah, I mean, if we do this, then we can definitely have them stack.
Yeah, but okay, now we're talking about the possibility of the shared screen though. Like, what are the downside of this? Because we should probably like nail that before you even continue your.
So the downside would actually only be like this part here, where you, you know, like you don't. I wouldn't know what to display here.
Yeah.
Necessarily, but
yeah,
the upside would be that you don't have to look at this on a 720p screen.
What about the left side? Is that gonna show just the amount of players currently in game, or?
So I was thinking about Yeah, that's gonna be horrible. I'm actually gonna. I'm pretty much certain that I'm just gonna veto doing this split screen version.
Yeah, you know what? I think I'm okay with that. Even if you veto it.
Because I just realized, like, holy shit, man, legibility is gonna be drama if I need to keep all of that stuff legible at this scale, basically.
Yeah.
Be something.
So.
Like
So what? We're gonna go with the what?
So I think this version, and then you just have.
This version.
Yeah.
Yeah. Okay. We can talk about this because this is good.
And you just have a stack of controllers here, with the.
Yeah.
Right.
Yeah.
And all their different colors, and as
but you can move the entire. You can make the red bit now larger because the full body part is gonna. So you can.
So, I mean, I like what you said before about cards or stacks of cards or something here.
Yeah.
Where, when you move your cursor, so let's say I go from this one to this one, it swaps, that out.
Okay, there's a stream delay, but that. Okay, I see you doing
like
that. Yeah. Okay, now I see it. Yeah. Okay, got you. Yeah, but that's great for one. Yeah, but okay. Yeah, okay.
And then whenever somebody locks in their character, it might just become like a card down here, and then you get like a. Or we just segmentize the entire area here, but I don't know if I.
More segments. Yeah, shit.
If I like that I'm not too
a
fan, I think.
No, that's I don't know, man. That gives me Windows 8 nightmares.
Right? It's like all of these tiles and shit.
Yeah. No,
let's get you two in there. I mean, like.
Okay, I'm gonna go. How about just look at how, say, like Smash does it, right?
Mm-hmm.
Where they don't really care about. Well, you do see who's selected what at on the other side, on the other, the bottom part of the game.
Yeah. You get like this, right?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah. But like, you could, because you. Let me think about this though. What about treating the images as 3D in the sense that the selected characters move in the Z depth a little back and maybe like move a bit aside, so the second player selects something, renders on top of that, and you get like this sort of like group photo of four characters on the right side.
Yeah, that's kind of what I wanted to. Which is why I was opening this document, because I need all these, all the characters. This is not all of them. I need this guy. Oh god, I got it. Oh wait, I have them here as PNGs. That's easier than grabbing them.
Yeah, just drop them in there.
Yep.
Hey, just real quick, just a meta thing.
Yeah.
How your internet is pretty good, right? Because I'm thinking, just for the sake of argument, for the sake of discussion.
Yeah.
I'm looking at your delayed stream. Is there a way for us to also stream it live to my Discord? As you also stream it to Twitch with that delay in there? Maybe that's something we have to check out later on.
Well, I mean,
I don't think it'll change any. Well, whatever. We'll talk about it later.
Yeah. Let's when we set up the other Twitch account next week, we can also take a look at that.
Alright, fair enough.
I also think there should be a Twitch stream with less delay, right? But I don't know.
I don't know. It's okay right now. It's okay.
All right. So here are the characters. Let's get their relative sizes in there. So Beta should be a bit shorter than everyone else, but not as short as the stick. Ellie is a bit shorter than Bob. All right. So the stick should actually be quite short. Okay. So you'd have something like this. There's very little space.
Yeah.
It's very hard to do. Hmm. No, that's just very crowded. Let's just get rid of that altogether, though.
Yeah. Looking at it.
Are we, when we get into this screen, hold on, let me get the flowchart here. We already know, we've been through the joins. Wait,
Right.
we've been through the joins. Oh, this flowchart is, I should update this flowchart. This one still has a join scene first, but we are in the character selection screen first in our new paradigm. So this is incorrect. Because if we had started in our, goes over there. If we had started in the join scene and do the map selection and game mode selection first, we are doing our, oh wait, we are doing our game mode selection first though, right? Or is that also?
I think that's first. That is actually first. You gotta know what you're gonna play first, and then you basically create your character. That's
Right, so we can just show the game mode here instead of the. Can just go, and then I just make like a bunch of.
Yeah, that sounds.
For that,
yeah,
instead of
for that game mode.
Yeah,
that sounds cool as fuck. Yeah.
Maybe even some of the I don't know what I'm gonna do with that, but it's something cool. I'll come up with something cool.
Yeah.
Get that mask back, by the way. I need to get rid of those.
Okay.
We could get like the GIFs in there that we use in the loading screen. Super pro streaming setup.
Sweet.
Ali almost fell. Where's all the loading screen assets? There we go. And then
how do I? Yeah, I mean, I'm creating the countdown for when everybody selected the map, and then you gotta do the countdown. But I'm making the current countdown system generic, so that I can reuse it. You know, the one when you start the map and you go like 3, 2, 1, go.
Mm-hmm.
I'm actually editing so that I can reuse that one for the map.
Cool.
Yeah. So we don't have to make a second countdown thing.
I have no idea where I put the animations that explain the game. Those little GIFs in the loading screen.
Those? Ooh.
Yeah, I don't know where I put them. It's weird. When played game page templates. Even though I'm so organized.
So organized.
So organized. That's not good. Nope. Wait, loading screens, game mode, last option. There we go. Alright, let me just grab this guy. Well, no, I can't put all of them in there. It's too... that's... No, I have to do... I'll have to do something like an icon for each.
Yeah.
I guess. Yep. Well, that sucks. Why is one word much longer than the other ones? It had to be the bottom word too. Like if it was the top word that was longer, then no problem.
Let's see. This goes here. Aha, nice.
There was a network error. Please try again. Oh boy.
Ultra yikes. This is good. This is good. I got some good code right here.
Cool.
Yeah.
Do you think anyone on the stream is bothered that this line is not the same angle as the lines above it?
Yeah, no, of course not. All 5 people watching.
Bothered. 4 even. Oh, 5 now. Should look at that.
Let's see. FK, let's do.
FK, goed. Take it on. Alright. You'd have something like. Looks like a shoe.
Wait for fixed updates. Shit. Got it.
I could do something like this. I mean, this is very rough, obviously, but just have a little drawing for each game mode. It kind of exemplifies. You can put characters.
Stop down. Here we go. Okay, that's done. Then I don't need this anymore. Perfect. Yeah, we got a countdown working. That's nice.
Put like a little character on. Yay! I'm still alive. And then angry little rawr, how dare you? Characters on those cars.
Ooh.
That could be cool if I were to make like actual, like for each game mode, make a little like an image that represents that game mode, right?
Yeah. Yeah, that'd be nice.
It'd be a lot of work though, because I'd have to make...
Yes, it would. It would definitely be. But we can. How about just I
mean, it's doable, and it would.
Look, I mean, why can't we just do a 3D render texture of a representation of the game mode using maybe like 4 tiles of the world that it's in? Like, if you have a King of the Hill, all you really need to show is the main mechanic of King of the Hill, like the spotlight moving around. So and like maybe a bot going in a circle trying to chase it. For the last car riding will be like just a couple of tiles that drop right behind a car going in circles, right? It's just trying to... And it's just like 4 tiles, perhaps, like a miniature version of that. It might not work with all game modes that we have, but can we do something like that? Just like a miniature...
But would it be a render texture or a movie or a movie texture?
No, well...
Because we don't know in what theme or map they're going to be playing it yet, though.
No, but we don't have to be sticking to a theme. You can make a very generic representation of that game mode using generic, non-descriptive tiles. Like, you don't have to have a grass or a road tile.
Like the joint scene, right? In the joint scene.
Yeah, exactly. You could just do something like this, like that, and then that's it. And you don't have to... A movie clip would be nice, but a rendered texture works. Just because it's live. Like, we can... If we make it a change, we don't need to like render a new movie out of it.
Mm-hmm.
So that could be an idea.
So we have behind this UI screen, we have a scene running that has all these...
Well, it's off screen in the same scene. We can just do it in the lobby scene somewhere far away, like we used to do the character creation in the previous. And it doesn't really affect the hardware too much, because we only have one big camera rendering this screen. We can actually afford to have one extra camera rendering as well.
Yeah.
Because we normally have 4 cameras. Now we have 1 just for this UI, because the rest gets called away.
I mean, aren't we technically in the join scene already? Yeah, we're just not rendering it, right? Yeah.
It's called away. It doesn't show.
Yeah.
So we could. It's an option. We could, but it depends on Victor. Like, is he willing to put together a couple of like generic assets that will just be used for that? Is it worth the time for us in total to do this?
I mean, it's going to be either, as it usually pans out, either it's going to be more work for me or more work for Victor and you.
Yeah. Well, that's game making business. But like, I'd rather think about what's cool for the players, what's like more descriptive for them.
I think one very clear
picture.
Yeah, like painted or cartoony image.
How about in the style of the banner? It's 3D.
Yeah, like,
you just use the
paint
acid,
over.
right?
Yeah,
paint over.
Yeah.
I don't know.
I would definitely use use it as a base, and then I would pull it more towards this style though, like the character styles, because it shares a screen, so it should be consistent. But that's fine. I mean, it works on the banner, right?
Yeah, it does. It does. It does. And okay, cool. Yeah. How about the left side though? Just to go back to it a little bit, I just see it like peeking out on the side. You have like the player controllers, but it's overlapping the characters. Are we gonna do?
Oh yeah, I mean that's just because I did. Like,
I see. Okay, I'll leave that for later.
But I mean, in general, that is the idea, right? That they.
Okay.
I might have to make that left side a bit bigger, though I'm hesitant to, because it only serves this function for a very short while, right? Like you get into the screen and it's just stacked up there, and then as soon as somebody moves their controller, it just goes. And then you go. I'll do something with color with this thing. White doesn't sit well with me here. Nope. Nope.
Shit.
Maybe. That could work. No. Teal and orange. Swear to God. That color combination always just works. Alright, okay.
Yeah.
That can work. Okay.
I just realized something. Yeah. Looking at this character screen, we can actually save space on the left side because you can technically, I don't know, maybe it's a little bit of a ripoff though. Like technically you could just make it cursors. Like the little Joy-Con is the cursor. You're just gonna drop it on the character like another different game that kind of does the same thing.
I have no idea which game you're talking about. That I definitely did not look at for this interface.
Yeah, I mean, is that that would be so similar though. But you'd save space there. You can just the controllers are the cursor.
But I don't mind that space. I mean, I don't want to maximize.
I'm just thinking ahead though. Like if you have more characters, you're gonna need the space anyway. Are you gonna make a scroller? What's it gonna be? Make the avatar smaller? Right now it's not a concern, but what can we do with this?
Well, I would never want to. So here's the thing with like the little bit of space that you save is not gonna be enough to fit another character there.
No,
even if
not
you take
at all.
this bit away here.
Yeah.
Or I mean, maybe you could fit another 2 characters right here if you took that away. But,
yeah.
I mean, if you're gonna go like, hey, we're gonna have another 4 characters, then there isn't a single bit
not just that, but
save that. So we're always gonna have to scroll.
Look, okay, I get it, but like, I mean, also, I guess just the text. Maybe that's just placeholder for now. It's just kind of tripping me up a little bit.
Which text?
Well, the P1 to 4.
I mean, are they gonna have? Aren't they gonna have player names?
I mean, yeah, and also,
probably.
Is it really like? There's a little light on their controllers that shows their number.
Like, are we gonna limit it to 4 characters so that it's just gonna be?
No, player names. They don't have player names. That's not a thing. No, that's not a thing. You have that in Smash, sure, because you can actually enter a name, but
But if you're
most
playing
games
online, you're gonna have player names.
that's definitely a different menu. Like that's probably gonna
Is
have
it?
a big. Well, if you want to keep it the same, sure, but then does it actually matter that you see who your other people are? So you're gonna actually network sync their selection screens with yours. You're gonna actually do that.
Well, if we
I
say that
mean,
no two people can choose the same character,
sure, only them, but
then
then
we would
you
have
might
to.
just no, you could just disable it. Like if you select a character, you
But
just
then you're syncing it anyway because you're disabling.
no, you're just
sync as well.
syncing. You're just syncing the state. You're not syncing my highlighting this one and highlighting that one, right? I don't want to highlight sync. I don't want to show where the cursor is. Like that doesn't matter. I want to see if they chose somebody and who that was. Maybe on the Wii, Mario Kart Wii, you didn't even see that. You just see what their eventual choice is. That's it. But then you can select the same character there, obviously. But it doesn't. I don't think that's interesting to see them all live highlighting, looking around the character selection. I don't know. I would go
if
for
it's
one.
like 8 people, that would just be mayhem too, right?
Yeah, if you have 8 people, fuck.
That would just be chaotic.
Well, it would suck for the amount of. It would suck for us because we need to have. Well, no, it would suck for the players because then if you're not quick enough, you're only left with literally one character to pick. If we go with 8 characters at launch. No, yeah, that's something to think about. But I would probably say for multiplayer, the names are just gonna be shown at the end or above the little cars, because at that point it matters. I don't think it matters beforehand so much. You're just basically picking for yourself.
I mean, but traditionally, you'd see if you're playing a game with other people, you'd see their usernames before.
Yeah, on PC because you got like accounts and stuff,
like
and
on anything.
well, maybe, but this one I don't know if it's something as useful. I don't think. And besides, like, where are we gonna have that pulled from? The Nintendo IDs? That's not. You can't. Well, we could do that, but that will require some NDA work on our side to use their stuff without saying too much.
Yeah, we'll talk about that later. Then I guess I'm just thinking.
I know. I'm just I'm just putting my
um,
black hat on and just giving you like reasons not to. But there's also reasons to do it because it sounds really cool. You can build like a community out of it. It looks more dynamic.
Yeah, and also, I mean,
Yeah,
just for people for their own clarity, like
for sure. Yeah,
P4,
I wonder.
P3, P2.
Here's something else. Like, I'm just thinking with you right here.
Mm-hmm.
You're highlighting the square you're gonna select. Am I right? You're highlighting it.
Yeah.
So you're not actually moving a cursor. You're just highlighting on a grid, basically, right?
Yep.
So.
Or that's the idea that I had, and then. I mean,
right. Let's go with that. Is it an idea to have a little? You know how if you read a book, you have a little. What the fuck is that called?
Bookmark.
Like a mark. Yeah, like a mark. Could we do something like this? Like the highlighting thing, you also see a little marker where the player is. And so you would always know which player you are because you have a colored marker or you have a little number on your little marker that scrolls with you. So you don't have to show it on the left side like this, like on top of each other. You just have a little marker. And if more people are on the same square, these markers just like stand next to each other, so you could have.
Yeah, but that's what I literally wanted, but then just with the Joy-Con as a marker.
Yeah, but you have the Joy-Con. Right.
Like it would go out of this stack.
Yeah, but I'm yeah. It's just that I would probably not show the left side because the players will always know which one they are, because if they move their cursor, the little Joy-Con, even if you do like you do now, it goes with them, right? It goes with them. So
what do you mean it goes with them?
It's
your straight here, like, so you tap you touch, like, it doesn't animate over here like a cursor. It just goes.
So if you select like a final select, only then the Joy-Con goes to that square.
No, you just like this is how you. So if I tap the
directional.
Yeah,
thumbstick?
Just once to the right now, for instance.
Okay, we're on the same page
instantly
then.
Goes here.
Okay, we're on the same page. That's exactly what I mean. It's just that do we need? And that's the question that I have still. Then, like, if you're doing that, which I agree completely with, because I think that's cool. Do you need the left list? What is it for?
It's just where they start, like, or else they.
I see where they start. I see. Oh,
that's
okay.
what
So you don't
said at the beginning. So just when you get into this screen for the very first time,
right? You
just
have
like this, and then as soon as people start to do their selection,
then it goes out of the list. I get it.
Yeah.
I see. So that's interesting, but you don't start with
an well, because then you'd have with 8 players.
Yeah, all of them selected already. Yeah,
right?
You don't have a disadvantage. Got you. Okay.
Right, so it's just kind of like a clean spot, and also, I mean, to be honest, I just had the bit of room here, so I'm just kind of.
No, I get it. Okay, but that makes a lot more sense to me. So that list is just a starting point, and it's not so much of an throughout the whole process. Like, hey, there's 4 players in here. Like, it doesn't.
No.
It doesn't stay static. Got it.
No. As soon as like this guy starts to choose a character, then the list just auto sorts, right? So they just go.
Okay.
Like that, right? But that, I mean, this state would be there for maybe half a second.
Yeah, exactly. I'm okay with that.
Their stuff around.
Well, then I'm okay with that for sure. If it's like just a starting state.
You probably thought I meant it like I closed it out already. I think I just had the Super Smash character select open, where they always have the players here in the bottom.
Yeah.
Yeah. No, that's not what I wanted to do.
I see. Okay.
Apply here. No.
Yeah.
It's just a starting point for the icons, and then it just.
Yeah. All right. That's all right then. Okay. Cool.
All right.
Yeah. Nice.
All right. And then I think,
because I assume the controller icon is not final, obviously, so it's probably gonna be smaller because this is now.
It's pretty big.
Looking at my Switch right now.
If I make it too much smaller, I think it's gonna be illegible. But this version of the Joy-Con thing is a quick sketch I made at some point, so it's all very super.
I like it. It's nice.
So it's nice, but I'm definitely gonna.
I'm gonna reserve. I'm gonna reserve judgment anyway because I just wanna. I guess I just need to see it on the screen later. That's it.
Yeah.
That's probably what I need to see. Cool. All right then.
Do you think? I mean, just one technical thing: the slantedness.
Yeah.
Does that kind of pose problems with Canvas? Do you think?
No, I don't think so. But because we are actually not using their stuff, or we're using our stuff, so having slanted images with transparent sides, it overlaps, and our highlighting code is like custom. So it's not gonna. You're not gonna have any situation where you have accidentally highlighted 2 at once. So no, it's just not at all. It doesn't matter at all. It's not. Right. It's not a thing. It's not a problem. Not even for Switch.
Oh, it's gonna be a sprite swap, right? Basically.
It's gonna be a sprite swap, so it doesn't matter. You just gotta make sure it's all aligned. That's it.
Yeah, they all have the same dimensions and shit.
And unless you want to
like trying to find the bears on the road right now.
Unless you want to make it touch enabled. If you want to have touch for this, which some people are probably going to try, right? They're going to tap the screen perhaps. If you want to touch, then it might become a problem.
Yeah. But then if we do it touch, we can keep it quite fuzzy. Like we can do
we can use that's okay because we can just use 2D colliders and make the shape. And I'll do some code magic on that. So
right.
So that's still not a problem. But we're not gonna do touch, as far as I know.
Yeah, it's not in the planning. Yeah. Okay.
Cool.
This could
work. Yeah, I like it. I want
to have these colored though instead of just gray.
Yeah.
Great
How?
boxes.
Yeah. So how are you gonna? That's probably the next step though.
Mm.
The car customization bit.
Yeah, that's actually what I wanted to start doing today, but I needed to have a couple of things straight
Yeah.
about this one first.
No, this is
And then just gonna keep this one in view. Toss it into pure ref. Boop. And then I think I might get started on the other one, because that is it's a fun one. Let's put it that way. We're never gonna go above. Oh, we are
above.
I just realized if you're gonna do PC release later, you're gonna have to go above 1080p at some point.
You get your save your PSD files, man. Save your source.
The PSDs are at 1080p
That's fine.
if I construct them at 10, but I'll just do them at like 300 DPI, and then we can always upscale to 4K, like no problem.
That's better. Yeah, that's better. Gotta respect the PC community.
Oh yeah.
Oh yeah.
Yeah.
Oh yeah.
All right. Okay. Let's grab the car customization menu, the old one. Where is that? Holy shit, that's an old version. Maybe I should do the organization shit I did for our project, for my folders.
Oh.
Because there's like V1 game jam shit.
Oh, still?
Yeah, definitely. Still in there. This is not a 300 DPI though, is it? Oh, that's weird. Then why is that going straight over? Car customization. What do I need? I need a car preview. So let's grab car preview from here. Let's say we're working on this car, right? So this would be a render texture. The car that you're working on.
Yeah. Do you remember how we wanted to do it?
Yeah.
Because
this one
scene is only swapping parts.
Yeah. But this one is going to be displayed 4 times. There's no other way to do this. It's gonna have to be split screen.
Yeah, but that's actually okay though. Yeah, but that's actually okay.
Mm-hmm.
And in fact, you can actually add back the right side full body avatar here, because that's how I actually designed it. Or that's how I actually programmed it.
Yeah, but all right, hold on. There's some implications here.
All right.
There's some.
I'll be right back though. I'm gonna grab some coffee because this is gonna be good. All right, be right back.
Yeah, see you. So for you kids watching, don't make split screen games. I'm starting to realize why so many people told us not to do it when we started to do it. There's some things. Alright, so it's basically gonna be like that, right? Let's grab one more So basically, this guy doesn't have a very big screen. So I need to kind of match up that physical size here. And then design it in such a way that if I just kind of look at that screen, that it's all still very legible. And clear for each player, right? So I'm gonna one thing I'm gonna do for sure is just keep it very minimal. There's not gonna be a lot of stuff in here at all. I want to do some button prompts, and so just so you guys are aware of what I'm designing, basically the fronts of all of our cars can be swapped out for different parts, right? So you might have grab a different front, by the way. Like you can tell I've got like a bunch of different fronts here, for instance. So this is all, so this car, for instance, just has, you know, these two different fronts, and then there's another car that has these two different fronts and these two different backs. Transparent versions for that. So I don't think I want to display a example anywhere. I don't think I want to do like, oh, you see a bit of it here and then it slides up in front. I think just whenever you hit the appropriate button, it'll just swap it out for the next one. So you could do one there and then one behind it. I know the perspective is slightly off and it bothers me a lot too, but as long as we're mocking up, I'm not gonna bother with unifying that. But it might be like on a carousel actually. But that would be not. Lance.
Yeah. trying to be sneaky here.
Right.
Open a little candy bar. Excuse me. Thought this was an ASMR channel, but okay. Yeah.
Alright, let me just grab those characters real quick. Am I in the art folder? Yes, I am. Characters, there they are. I might have just murdered Photoshop for some reason. I don't know why it's having a lot of trouble with this. Oh, I only need the one, by the way. It's not letting me. Cool. Don't know why. I'm just not allowed to drag. Don't you just love how flawless software works all of the time? Isn't that
yes, like especially. Oh, gotta love it.
I'm just not allowed to drag files in Windows Explorer now.
Huh?
Yep. It just can't move files around.
Aha, okay. Yeah.
What? Alright, we'll do it.
We'll do it live.
Yeah, do it through this menu, I guess. I hate it so much. Where is it? There it is. All right. I guess that's the way we have to do this now. All right. So we have our character just kind of standing around. Okay. This is me chilling. Oh, my car. What color do we have on the background here? Kind of have this gradient thing going on. Let's grab that color now.
Oh yeah, countdown works perfectly. Yeah, perfect. Sweet. If you drive off a little platform, the countdown will stop. So anytime anybody goes off the platform, the countdown will stop. Because a vote will be removed, get it? So it makes sense.
Person.
Me? Thank you.
Right, and then we have here, we do this, so then we have to do that in the other one as well to be consistent.
Yeah.
So we'll go your dodging. So I have to use the same phrasing.
Yeah. Yeah, you need I don't know how you want to do this, but there's a button that needs to be there to flip your car.
Yeah.
And we got to be smart about this, because if you have a custom
button prompt.
Yeah, but you can customize your input. So unless you don't want to do that, we could say for all non-PC. Oh, that's shit though. People want to customize the
we're
controls.
gonna have to have an icon for each button on each controller.
We're gonna need so that part is going to be dynamic. It needs to be a placeholder for me to fill in.
Yeah.
Because I will have
and then we'll just have to have a library of icons.
That's right. All the available
possible.
It's actually not that many. If you well.
No, well, there's several that we can that we can just go like, this is not a button that can do this. So
exactly.
I wouldn't use the plus and minus buttons.
No.
Nor the analog stick clicks.
No.
So
it's probably going to be directional buttons.
So it can be the D-pad buttons, Y, X, A, B, and
trigger buttons,
the RL and the ZL and the CR, and that's pretty much it. Because even
that's
in
pretty much it.
Joy-Con mode, well, you have the SL and the SR as well. Are they?
Yeah, but in you mean in fucking Joy-Con 5? Yeah, SL and SR. Yeah, you have those available as well.
The dumb shit is that you can still use ZR and R in Joy-Con mode if you want to.
Yeah, but it's different. It's not good because it's L and ZL depending on the player, and
yeah.
I would go with just the SL and SR, and then the action buttons. That's it, because separate Joy-Cons don't have.
No, but players could be playing it. Oh shit! There goes Ellie. Sorry, girl.
Yeah, they could be playing it on a Pro controller or
just
online in
yeah, like this.
Yeah.
Just holding it like that. So.
But
I'll
then
just make icons for all the buttons.
We need all the buttons anyway. It's fine.
Yeah, I mean.
And we'll let people do whatever.
Yeah,
we can figure it out. Okay. I guess for me it's not a problem.
Because of accessibility, there might be people with
that's right.
mobility who just hold their controllers very differently and stuff. So
yeah, that's true.
For now, the standard buttons, just for somebody holding the Switch, would be L and R, right?
Mm-hmm.
Okay. Okay.
Yeah, the only difference is something we don't have quite control over is if our game starts off in single Joy-Con mode. That means that each Joy-Con is going to be a separate player. Nintendo stuff actually automatically does a lot of like under the hood stuff. So if you start off in single Joy-Con, you don't actually have the concept of a directional button, because up is perhaps, let me check, up is X for the other player. No, it's Y for the other player. Up for one player is Y for the other. And Nintendo does that thing for us unless we override it. So that's just something.
Right, yeah. No, I get what you mean.
No, yeah,
so you don't have the D-pad anymore, right?
Yeah, not really. Unless you go on. Yeah, that's right. Yeah. Just something to. Fuck, we have to like deal with that someday.
I'll just make icons for all the buttons.
Yeah, man. Yeah.
And then you get to figure out which button someone is trying to press. All right.
Which actually, if you have time for that sometime next sprint, that'd be good to have that soon, so I can go and send it over to our dear friends. Yeah. They need to like sign off on that shit.
Every icon, too, for buttons.
You what now?
Do they have to approve every time we represent a button too?
Yeah. So if we do it all in one go, right? I mean,
and then we never get to change it anymore.
Yeah, pretty much.
Cool.
But I think if we can include fun, right? And if we can include the Joy-Cons as well, just have the whole package. Like, here, check this out.
Right. Yeah.
Right. I'm gonna push.
And then the Pro controllers as well, and the.
Oof. Yeah. What else? Handheld mode. You need the actual Switch.
Yeah.
The whole thing. But Nintendo does have Nintendo does give us the whole library of all their standard shit, so we could just basically replace whatever they.
Oh, that's cool.
Yeah.
I'll have to take a look at that at some point when I'm not sure.
Yeah.
And I'll just add icons for all the buttons.
All of their shit. That's right.
And then
because
icons for all the input devices. And then icons for the devices, because now we have 2 possible Switch devices. Because there's the what do you call it? The Switch Lite as well.
The Lite, yeah. Yeah.
Consoles.
Yeah, we do. Yeah, that's gonna be. Yeah. Yeah. We need something special for that.
And then I guess if we're doing 8-player online, we're going to need at least one variation. So if multiple players can select the same character, would 8 players be able to all select the same character? Because then we would need 8 variations for every character.
That sucks.
Yeah, that
really sucks. Can we not? I can make a system out of a little tint.
Yeah, I mean, I can make 8 tint variations of every character. That's not the problem.
Yeah, but that's not very. That means every character you will ever make will need 8 tint saves every time.
Yeah, that's not very.
No,
we can do we can just do like a gradient remap.
Well, that's what I said. That's what I mean. Like, I can just make a tint system for you. You just give me tell me like which part. You can give it like in parts. Like what part has to be recolored or what part doesn't.
Yeah.
And then that's easier for the system memory bullshit as well, because instead of 8 separate pictures times, all the characters, right? Whatever players you have, you just have one picture.
8 times 8, which wouldn't be a huge problem. But then, once you get to, if you add 4 more characters, it will be 12 times 8, and then it goes really fast. You have 96 images. Right. Okay. I'll just do system for character color variations.
I'll make a thing for you. We'll talk about it.
We'll talk about it. All right. So while you were gone, what I was talking about, if you could take a gander at the stream real quick.
I'm looking.
So basically, the issue is with that 4-player split screen bullshit that I have to design this
Why is it so dark?
What is?
The previews
Whoa,
are.
that is dark on the stream.
Why is it so dark?
I don't know.
Okay.
Could be.
All right, just for the viewers, it's not supposed to be this dark, but whatever. Okay, let's move on.
Might be because the screen is in. No, it is in 60 hertz.
All right.
I don't know.
I don't fuck with it. It's fine.
Yeah. Well,
the viewers will know it's not that dark.
Yeah. We'll take a look at it later.
Yeah. So what's up?
Well, so while I'm designing, I have to keep looking at this oversight here, or at this here, because that's
overview.
Yeah. But that's still actually quite a bit bigger than the physical size of the actual Switch screen. Like it's gonna be closer, I think, to this actually. Oh boy.
Yeah.
Oh boy. So big news, viewers. We're actually not gonna make this game anymore. We're gonna make
we quit
for PC.
Yeah.
Oh man, that would be so much easier.
It's all fun.
I want to do this, just random rambling, but I want to do kind of like a game jam where I try and build every idea in the idea buck.
ID basket. Bin. Idea bin.
In one weekend. Just in like Game Maker or whatever. Just build every system, every
art
mechanic
jam.
or every game that's in there. It's not an art jam, like it would be an actual game jam. Like I would just build everything in there in one weekend. As a challenge. Might be a bit difficult. Anyway, okay, so rotate or rotate dodge him. I might do a cool little arrow thing. Is my Cintiq doing that thing again where it makes all the lines wobbly? Yes, it is. Why wouldn't it be?
Huh, I won a contest. Well,
You won a contest?
yeah, a giveaway.
Really?
Yeah, maybe. It's interesting for me. I won some kind of giveaway for a tool for 2D game development called JuiceFX. I'll drop it in our Discord right here. So you can make like effects for like banners waving around in the wind if you have like pixel art or whatever. Just all stuff, all kinds of cool shit. How much does it cost normally? $15. Cool. Okay. No, $20. Okay. I guess I won a free JuiceFX plugin. Itch.io. Thank you so much, guys. Shout out. JuiceFX. Check them out.
But how did you?
No.
Wait, you entered? Did you enter something or?
Well, I made this other game and I needed particle effects, but just in 2D. So I bought. Stay safe. Labyrinth of the Mad. Check it out. Steam cartridge Discord. I needed particle systems, and then I used a plugin called Pixel Effects Designer, also available on Itch.io. But I had some issues with it, with the tool. It didn't work quite as well. I had like some rounding errors. So I joined their Discord to get some help from the guys who made it. And they did a giveaway for all the people who are in the Discord. If you tap a little upvote icon emoji react. And not a lot of people did that. But I did because I accidentally saw it because I was looking for some help for something. and then I upvoted, and then I won. So that's just how it happened. Yeah.
Cool.
There's like over 60 people in there, and only like 20 people upvoted, including me. So I had a chance, and I won. So that's great. Me and 4 others. 1, 2, 3, 4. Yeah, 4 others. So that's 4 out of. Yeah, that's a decent chance. But anyway, that's cool. Might use that.
So what did you win exactly? You just won more of those effects, or?
Yeah, I won a tool that they also created, which handles like shader effects for 2D art. For example, if you wanted to make the Thanos snap disintegration effect, they have that for your pixel art. So your pixel art disintegrates in like that effect, or you have a tree that kind of waves in the wind, like the leaves. Like you can animate it by hand, but these guys made a tool that you can animate it using their tool. There's an example of a cloth banner that's just pixel art, and you could just kind of say, okay, this piece of the pixel art will go in the wind as a cloth physics thing, and you can render it out in frames, and there you go. Like you don't have to like hand animate anything. It's pretty decent. It's pretty cool.
Cool.
Yeah. Okay. Shit, I did my task for today. That's shit.
You're just done?
Yeah. That can't be right. That's not right. That can't be right. Let me double check.
What was your task again for today?
I needed to double check the physics stuff, which seemed to be alright. But I'll need more players to double check further. So that's going to be to testing.
You want to move the sprint review forward? Because I think that we might just have to go ahead and start the next.
Well, I have. Yeah. I have one issue left. I need to work on, which is probably perfect, because that's probably what I need to do. I need to work on the pitch deck for.
All right. Yeah.
Yeah. So that's probably okay. It's just that all my programming stuff are done.
Ugh,
for now, which just feels kind of weird. I always have something to do, but it's not part of the sprint yet. Yeah. All right, sweet. I'm gonna just push out all I got. Can we get together and like play test on the Switch sometime?
We can, I think. I hate everything I'm doing. Rotate icon to steal from the internet. Icon. They are all exactly as ugly as mine was. It's just that arrows are fucking ugly. That's like, I've struggled with arrows all my life. I just hate them. They're so
fuck arrows.
No, but like for real, like, and when you make a lot of graphic design documents, you're just making arrows all the fucking time because they just represent movement, and they are just the worst fucking shape. I just hate them so much because there's no way to balance it. It's always going to be imbalanced because there's always going to be more weight on one end of them, you know, where the arrowhead is.
Can't you make like the arrow kind of, how do I explain this in words? Like you have a little symbol for the car. Okay, think about like the Portal 2 dudes, right? You have a little car in that style, which is like kind of like exaggerated but kind of flat and just whatever. And you have in 3D, as if you're looking perspective on top of it a little bit, an arrow circle going from one side to the other. Fuck, I need to probably draw that.
Do you mean something like either this or...
Okay, hold that because the stream is delayed. Yeah, go on.
So it's either going to be a flat curved thing that, you know, is put in perspective. So that's like flat on the floor. And it just comes at you like that. That could be an option. Or it's going to be basically one of those 3D.
Yeah, the 3D bit. The delay on the stream.
You know, one of those.
Oh, well, the 3D is actually fucking interesting, not gonna lie. I like the 3D. Yes,
Yeah,
please
that's
do
what
the
I was
3D.
gonna do first, but I might just do a really fucking big one actually.
Yeah.
That could be interesting. I'll just do something super big that comes out from behind the car and folds.
We can do
around.
that, yeah, because
Comes out
yeah.
like that, right?
Yes.
Might do something like that.
Oh, yeah, that's better.
Just like, hey, what's up? Look at my big.
That's a
arrow.
big fucking arrow. Yeah. Well, yeah. This is not quite what I meant, but this is the right direction as well.
All right. So what did you mean?
I'll drop it in Paint. Just give me like,
Right.
I'm not an artist, so.
Well, you did a graphic design school, though, right?
I did. Don't tell people that. They will think I'm like.
I remember us having a discussion about that. No, now that you told me, I'm gonna expect you to do just my work all the time, so I can have a lay down.
That is just way too mean.
Well, I mean, you only do all of the business and all of the programming. Why wouldn't you do also all of the graphic design, right? And then, if you just learn 3D, then Victor.
If you just learn 3D.
If you would just learn 3D, then Victor and I can have a lay down all day, every day, and you would just make our game.
Yeah. Do I get your salaries as well? Because that'd be nice.
Yeah, you get my salary of €0.
Perfect.
You get my current salary of €0. That's.
Okay, I'll take it.
You're getting.
I'll take it. That's an upgrade.
That is
I only lose money on this thing.
€0. So I mean.
All right. I'm just proving the fact that I'm a shit artist. Hold on, this is taking me too long because I don't have a tablet or anything here. How can I do this real quick?
You should just buy like one of those shitty Haiwon.
I actually have a tablet. It's just not like
hooked up.
Yep, I do actually have one of those like Wacom pen and tablet ones. Yeah, with the pen and tablet, it's called.
You actually have a Wacom, or you just don't have it? Oh my god.
I used to use it a lot. I actually did use it like quite extensively during my studies, but I just went back to programming like way more.
Fair enough. Fair enough.
Okay, it's fucking shitty. I actually, now that I drew it out, it's not that great at all.
I'll just toss it in our Discord, and I promise I won't show it on stream.
I'm just like, oh, what the fuck? How can I make this more clear? I don't know. But like, it's I don't know. No.
That's oops! I showed it on screen.
Yeah, you did.
Right, but this one, but that's basically what. Yeah.
Yeah, but I'm not good at like
on the ground in perspective, or is that?
Yeah, it's on the ground in perspective.
Yeah, right.
Yeah. But instead of like having the actual arrow come out of the car behind, which is actually a better idea. It's actually way better.
It would just kind of be on the ground here, right? Or let me just grab a new layer here. Just kind of be. Come on. Why? Because I'm using my eraser number brush. There we go. Just kind of be like there. Roughly. Right?
Stream delay. Yeah.
Yeah. I mean, that could work.
Yeah, but I kind of like the
big boy.
I kind of like it if it's not. I mean, it's it's gonna be 4 times, right? So yeah.
Yeah, it's gonna be. I mean, it's gonna look like. But I mean, I'm gonna.
Maybe the arrow is actually too big. I don't know. Yeah.
Let me just toss some color in there, see what that looks like. Okay. Big yellow arrow boy. Is that a thing?
Yellow? Why would you ever pick yellow? That is the worst color.
It's just the worst color for
yellow.
Anything yellow.
anything yellow.
Games.com. Be sure to check it out. Right. That little light going on. Yeah. 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 I can't wait for the next sprint where you get to take all of these sloppy mock-up documents and try to make actual game assets out of them. It's gonna be so...
Oh boy.
Putting them into Unity Canvas is gonna be...
That's gonna be a big brain moment, because that shit's...
Dude, and then when we actually load that shit on the dev kit, and it's gonna switch from docked to handheld mode and shit, I'm fairly certain I'm just gonna lose my shit. Though they do have the same... So here's what always bugs me out about Unity and UI scaling, is that even if something has the same aspect ratio, right? So it's... Oops. Like it's both 16:9, right? 720p and 1080p is both 16:9. So you'd expect nothing to shift, right? I mean, it might scale down or up, but it would do so at the same ratio you'd expect. And that just never happens for some reason in Canvas. That fucks with me a lot. Like, I don't understand why.
Oh, you have some control over how it like scales, in what direction it prefers to, in which direction it will keep like similar. You know, you can go into height or width.
Yeah, but I just always
uniform.
like if the aspect ratio is the same.
Yeah.
If it goes from 16:9 to 16:9, nothing should shift.
No, nothing should shift except for the reference pixel size. It's no, it's not going to shift. It's just going to be larger or smaller. That's it.
Well, but that's my problem with Canvas, is that it does shift.
Yeah.
It shouldn't, by all accounts of law.
I wonder if that's not so. I wonder if that's just like a bug or something. I would have to see some. Yeah, I don't know. Do we ever have that happen? I don't know, actually. Probably soon with this going on. Yeah. All right.
I don't want to do gradients though. So this is all flat color, right? The other stuff. No, there are gradients. There's a ton of gradients. All right. Then I will do gradients. Meh. I don't like it.
Ooh, boy, oh boy. Jesus Christ. I don't mean to talk about other games right now, because this is our game stream.
Yeah.
But No Man's Sky added an update that looks a lot like the tools from Astroneer.
Really?
Yeah, the terrain tools. Good God. The terrain manipulator has been improved. Wow. It's pretty intense. That's actually pretty cool.
Oh boy. Hey, you know what? This arrow is way too prominent for... No, it's too prominent. Like, it's not that important that you can rotate your gadget. I'm going back to the arrows on the ground thing.
Yeah, after all.
Yeah, it's too prominent. Like, it just from
Yeah.
a graphic design standpoint, you know, if you're going, hey, size equates, importance in your hierarchy,
Yeah.
your visual hierarchy,
Yeah.
then having a colored super large element that only indicates that something can be switched is just way too intense. I mean, I could communicate the same with a little icon up here that just says, hey, hit a button to do this. Like a little tooltip thing. And then piece would be another swap piece, I would say, or swap part, right? Words are important. What would we, as a standard, map to the swap parts? Just so the thumbstick, right?
I can see what I
left to right.
Yeah. That's actually what I have. I can check real quick if you want.
Yeah, that's all right. Let's do a little. Don't even need to do an arrow for that one. I could do an animation. Have that kind of. Feels very empty.
It doesn't have to be full.
No, but it's comparatively too empty. It has to kind of like feel the same, right? Do just at least some of the paneling. The other one has. Take this in the middle. Just have the character preview. Or we could have it like you're navigating through tabs, so we'll see a bit of the. Like you're sliding across a page.
Yeah.
So we could do
like a breadcrumb
of the last page.
Yeah.
Here. And then we pan from UI to UI, right?
But doesn't that mean the what? Yeah, we pan. Yeah. So it reveals. What about the picture that's used as the game mode? Is that going to be a full?
Basically, like. Oh, there's one locked layer in here. Hold on. Sorry, what?
This opens up some possibilities, though. If you made the paint over for the game modes a full screen one, that means if it pans to the left or to the right, it will reveal more of that game mode and like maybe blurred out or something. And on top of that, the car customization. Is that what you're going for as well? Oh, I see that. Okay, yeah.
This is what I mean. Like you would.
Okay, yeah. You have still the bit of
It's not grabbing everything anymore because I do have everything selected. you'd have this.
Mm-hmm. Yeah.
And then the next menu off to the right there. Like it's just reading across a page.
I mean, I love it. I think it's cool.
And we could just move either animate the canvas itself or move the camera over the canvases.
Yeah, either actually. I would probably prefer to kind of move, like animate it, but move it. Yeah, it's either. Either is fine, I think.
You could either also have. We just leave that. Wait, where's the screenshots? Right there. So leave that in place. Have this one slide over the other one. So let me explain.
I know what you mean. I'm trying to like think about it. That's it. Is it cool? I like the whole page move thing.
Right. Yeah.
Yeah. Don't you?
I do. I also like the because that also feels like pages. Like you're just opening. You're just
then okay. Then again, if you slide it over the previous page, there's one element of the page you can keep constant. That's the red part, the left part.
Yeah.
Which will reveal the player number, because let's not forget, it will go from one page. It actually, now that I think about it, there's more problems to this than I previously realized, but I'll get to that. But you go from one full screen.
The player numbers should be by the time that you get to the next menu.
Yeah.
Oh, yeah, you do go from full screen to split screen.
Yeah, there's one problem with this, is that means everybody has to wait
for everyone to be done
selecting a character, which is not a problem really. It's fine. And then everybody at once can go customize a car. But yeah, you go from full.
You would want someone who chose a character very quickly to be allowed to spend some more time customizing their car.
Yeah, with this system, you don't get to do that.
Yeah.
Unless no, there's no way. Unless you have to like go back to the split screen one. But no, there's no way. You'd have to wait. Oh, actually, yeah, no, you'd have to wait. I was like, yeah, you can split screen.
We'd have to put character selection in split screen after all.
I don't see it as a problem. You know why? Because let's take a different game as an example. In Smash, you select a character all at once, and then together you select the map, right? Although it's not comparable completely, but if you think about it, letting people wait as they select characters, I think that's okay. And then all at once you get to
processes can take some time, right?
Yeah.
So you want to minimize. So what if someone is kind of slow at choosing a character and they're kind of slow at customizing their car? Everyone would have to wait twice.
No, you only wait once. You only wait for the first phase, the character. Because after that, it goes split screen for everybody.
Yeah.
And then...
But you're still waiting.
No, because if somebody...
Oh, you can start driving, right?
Yeah, you can go drive.
If you go through the car customization quicker, you can just start driving in the
That's right.
Scene. Right.
So it's just the first phase. It's still waiting, but I could let it pass personally. I'd be like, all right. But because the alternative is that you would have to scrap the big screen idea.
Yeah.
And that sucks. But
well,
that's why I'm like
the unified screen on the character selection, because we're doing a ton of characters and
you're gonna need it. There's
no you want to have the previews. You want the preview size to be there. But then we just can't do that page sliding thing because you can't slide from full screen to split screen.
You can do the slide on the next two phases, going from car customization to color. You can slide that part just fine.
Yeah. Though I might unify. I'm thinking about that now. I was actually thinking about why don't we do character selection in the car customization anyway? Because you also select a middle part for your car, right? And by choosing a character, you choose which fronts and backs you get. So what you get in our current paradigm is that you choose a character, and then you see the car that's associated to that character. And you're like, oh, I don't.
Here's
like
another
this car,
problem.
But you can't go back.
Exactly.
Right.
You cannot. Like, you cannot go back.
Yeah. So we're gonna have to unify that whole process.
That means
where you see the car and the character, and then within that menu you can select the character and the car, and then if you're gonna do those two in there anyway, then you might as well choose the color in there as well.
How about, here's an idea so that you don't have to scrap the first screen so much. If you, because let's say you have to wait. Let's say you have to wait for everybody to select a character before you customize your car, right? You could say, all right, then if you select a character or if you highlight a character, instead of it showing a selected picture of the character avatar, you will show the car that it's associated with in their standard loadout. So the middle part together with the default parts. So each character, if you hover over them, they will show the car, and if you select them, that's your selection. If you don't select a character, if you don't highlight them, they will just show the character. So people who have already selected a character, you will see their cars, which creates association, perhaps. And then everybody selected the car, and then you can go to the car customization and pick out the parts, and then you can go to color and pick out the color, and then you can drive. So the selection image would just not be the character; it would just be the car, which is like a pre-render.
It'd be still very, very small version.
Yeah, I mean, just the front. Like, imagine a car sale. Yeah. I don't know.
I think doing the entire process split screen. If you look at the what are you talking about? To do the entire process split screen. Also because I think it's going to be weird for people to have a transition from full screen to split screen in a menu. We'd have to do some sort of animation or something to kind of show like, hey, now it's split screen.
What if?
But I think I can design this menu to be clear at this scale. I'm looking at it right now. If you look at the, oh god, it's super dark. Why is that so dark? It has it's some weird setting on my new screen, but wait, I can just grab these windows and drag them to my Cintiq actually to show you what I mean. Like this is fairly legible actually, and this is about.
Is it about the same?
Yeah, it's about. I mean.
Yeah, without the bevel.
Right, so yeah, if you were to take those gray bevels out in between them, that would equate to about the same physical size, right? So,
yeah. Yeah, okay. Then
I can take a lot of the clutter out and make that bottom bar a bit smaller, and the I would take out all the icons on the left.
Yeah.
Because if you're doing split screen anyway, you don't really need
the game mode. All the players. Yeah.
All the players there and stuff, because you can just the players can see it on their own screens. That we have a bit more room to preview to show those characters. So
you're going back to your initial idea, but what about the name tags? Is it big enough, you think? I think it's big.
I could make them bigger. But also, if you highlight a character, it's still going to show the name big here, right? So if you can't quite read what's here, it's still going to show it very big here.
Yeah, exactly.
Yeah.
Yeah, exactly. It's not a problem. I really don't think it's a problem. Like get me a picture in a few, like soon. I'll put it on my Switch. I'll give you a picture of the actual thing
On the Switch. Yeah.
Yeah. If you like declutter it a little bit and make it how it could be, yeah.
Yeah.
But then you can just do the panning anyway. Then you can just pan
and
to
then
the
you can
next
just
page.
pan from that guy to this guy.
Yeah, let's just stick with that. I mean, it's not
and toss like the color selection in here as well. I think we could even do a third pan.
I program it to be a third page actually.
Okay, well then, yeah. Then we can do a third pan off to materials and stuff, and then you're done.
Yeah, because the way I kind of like set it out is that because I had panning in mind. On the first page, you select the character, and then the character full body avatar is on the right side. You go to the next page, which will shift it to the left, which means the full body character will be on the left side, and on the middle will be the car. Then, when you go to the last page, the car will be on the left side, and then the colors will be on the middle, right? So the parts.
Right, yeah. Now
That's how I made them.
That's pretty cool. So you're reusing parts of the previous.
Exactly.
So we don't do the last Dodgeman standing thing here. We do the full body character here again, so that when
because I keep
to the right, then
that's right.
You have the character still here.
Yeah, still
the
there.
Card that's associated with it, and then when you pan that to the right, the card is going to be here, and you'll have
that's right.
Color palette
Yeah,
there.
that's right.
That's right. Super cool. Yeah, no, that's absolutely wonderful. I think.
Yeah, that's what I have now, like made. You can change it, but I thought that would be interesting to kind of like shift focus like that.
Yep.
Yeah, game mode. I don't know. Game mode.
No, we'll take that out. Absolutely.
I don't know.
Here.
Yeah. That's not.
And then I'll have her face that way, so that when you shift it, they'll be facing into the UI.
I mean, if you absolutely would like the game mode, or any of us, you could actually use that as a background for the red part. Why not? Because it will be like shifted.
Oh yeah, I mean we could. Yeah, definitely. We can even do. I mean, we don't even have a menu for game mode selection yet, by the way. So
it could be the page before characters.
Page there,
yeah.
Right, and then you shift from game mode to.
But that's a full screen. Oh, but that's okay though. That's a full screen. You can use a full screen image, and you only see parts of the full screen image on each screen. So a fourth of that image as a background for the red. You know what I mean? Like.
Mm-hmm. Yeah.
Yeah, but we could do that later on.
Process, yeah.
We can leave that open because it's not hard to add to this.
Yeah, and we'll also be going backwards because we don't have this stuff yet. All of the game mode selection shit, and then we are.
That's a sprint later.
And actually, we already have sort of this, and then not yet. Oh well, whatever. Fuck it. That's all next sprint, right? Where we. All right. Okay.
Yeah.
I'm gonna make a coffee so I can wrap my head around this stuff.
Do your thing.
Yeah. I'm gonna do my thing. Let me just go. All right, and we're back. You guys could hear my... Really? No, you could on Discord. The stream couldn't hear it. That audio source is not in the... All right. All right. Fucking hell. All right. Let's get all this shit out of here. For which page? The character selection page or the... To put on the Switch. So that's a image of the character selection screen, but split into 4, right? That's what you want. Yeah, all right, I can do that. That is no issue at all. Yeah. That is probably a smart idea. You know what would have been a smart idea? If I'd put some of this shit into groups. Yeah. Right. Dunk. Okay, so that would still be the... Those two go into that group as well. P icons. So what did we end up saying? We said the game mode goes to that side. Bish. And then... Ooh, boy. I wish I had set this up cleaner. What do you mean? Jesus Christ. Yeah, but then it's not that they don't like Linux. It's more Micro's sharing some more some facts, right? Yeah. You make it sound like an opinion, but I'd say it's, very much fact-based. Yeah. Like, if I don't like something, like I don't like fish, I fucking hate it to eat it, but I don't have any facts to back that up. So that's an opinion. That's me not liking something. But if I go, hey, climate crisis is real. It's not because I don't like global warming, but it's just because it's, yeah. All right, like that is less, that is more of an opinion, I'd say, yeah. Yeah. I mean, that's something that I could take I mean, I'm not a huge Linux fan at all. I think it's kind of like they've been muddying around for decades. But if I were into Linux, that would be a statement I could take issue with. Let's put it that way. Probably. That is also opinion. So that's something else I could take issue with. Again, if I were, I've just broken this entire mockup. I need to. I think it comes from a space of frustration. He's probably just dealing with some shit right now. Yeah. 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 No, but it's just like so the more closed off your ecosystem is, the easier it is to optimize performance and shit for that ecosystem, right? So which is the only big advantage of developing for a console is that you know exactly what hardware and software is going to be running that. And then with Windows, it's already like, oh shit, there's several versions of Windows and very many hardware configurations, which makes it a bit harder. But then for Linux, it's just a fucking forest fire, right? It's just, there's so many. Yeah, but there is a absolute fuck ton of Linux versions and yeah. Buy fucking Windows for €6. Sorry. Sorry, not sorry. Are we doing dashing on Linux? Alright. 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 Yeah, except that they don't have some of the DirectX stuff, right? But we're not using that anyway, so. And then they don't have like the same drivers for a lot of stuff, but that's also not. Yeah. To send you this, I want to send you a mock-up of the cleaned up version. But for that, I kind of have to completely redo this entire document because the way I set it up when I did the first mockup is so fucking messy. Yeah. Yeah, and I'll just keep working on it until end of day today, and I think I might get. Yeah. Right. It's just this slant makes everything kind of. Can I do? I know that it's 12 degrees. Can I do a? Is that it? No, that's a rotation. Can I do a skew by a very specific amount of degrees? That would save me a lot of trouble. Just do exactly. Yeah. I think it's exactly 12 degrees. That helps. Okay, so I can make boxes that are exactly. Alright, I'll just get rid of all of bullshit here. Oh boy. All of this. Yes. Putting up some shit. That is inside 10 pixels, alright. Alright. Let's get those. Cool, I have that thing where it just goes straight from 11.9 to 12.1 degrees. So it's just fuck my life. Can I just enter it here? I can! Hey, remember when I said I'm an idiot? That's still true. Alright, let's see which room we need if we are gonna do 2 boxes that size. Oh boy. Doing something more fun. Probably. I want to deal with the double line problem. Well, figure it out later. And then we make this one. Does that change the skewing? Of course it does. Of course it does. Wait, did I just erase out parts? Yes, I did. Great. Is that big enough? Probably, all right. Oof. Yeah, it's gonna be dodgy, I think, but yeah, I'm very curious as to how the to see if it works on the dev kit. Mm-hmm. There's Skyrim VR. Yeah. I don't know. I'm not sure if I've heard anyone about it. You can just say that sentence out loud and your house will answer. Yeah, yeah, I heard it in the background. Not all of it. Really? Was it a good review? It's decent. Alright. Let me put it this way. I don't think I've heard about any other large name VR titles. There's a Fallout VR. But then, alright, so here's, and everybody's gonna hate me for it. I don't like Fallout. I never have. I don't know, because it's a popular franchise, right? And everyone's like having a hard on for Fallout all the time. I don't like Fallout, and I probably wouldn't like The Outer Wilds because it looks like Fallout, and I don't know. I don't like the setting. I don't like the combat. I don't like pretty much anything about it. Not because I think it's a bad game. I'm just very aware of the fact that it is just that I don't like it, right? It's not within my personal taste. Let me put it that way. All right. Cool. Then you're just wrong. No, I understand. I like Call of Duty, for instance. I think I played Call of Duty 4, in a clan and played it for like 30 hours a week, and was really hardcore about that game when I was a teenager. And I still think it has some of the cleanest shooter combat in the way that it feels, right? It just feels super responsive and fast and snappy and shit compared to like Battlefield or whatever. All big AAA franchises are making it. Yeah. Well, the main problem I have is, so for instance, like Jedi Fallen Order, right? I started playing it. You were just instantly like, oh hey, that looks like Nathan Drake. What's it called? Yeah, and then those climbing mechanics, they were in Horizon Zero Dawn, and they were in Nathan Drake, what are the Uncharted, and they were in Assassin's Creed, and they were in, that those exact, you just feel it, like the animations are the same, and the jumps are the same, and the entire systemic design of it is the same. Like, you hold one button and you hold a direction, and then when you get to the end of a climby bit, your character's going to hang towards whatever it's going to be able to jump at, which is always going to be one thing, and then you can jump at that, and the animation feels the same again. And that system we've seen in like 500 games, and then you play an open world game, and there's like, hey, there's a tower, and you're like, oh fucking shit. Because it's going to be a radio tower from Tomb Raider, or one of those temple towers from Breath of the Wild, or from Far Cry. You got those fortresses, and they all serve the exact same purpose, and they all have you do little climbing puzzles to get to the top, and then reveal a bit of the map so that you can see the activities, resources, and side quests that are within that portion of the map, right? That is another system that you just keep seeing over and over and over and over again, just copy pasted. And then now we have the same thing with the Arkham Asylum multi-directional combat system, right? That you see it in Spider-Man, for instance, and in just saw a review of another game that has that same combat system in it, right? And I think that's exactly what you're saying, like the big issue where you don't feel there's any more innovation, because they are copying each other's established fucking mechanics, and then I think the evolution is gonna go slower. Um, Design and different, but it's like, because they're avoiding risk to just because they're dependent on shareholders. So that's what kind of bothers me, where they just go, well, we could take a risk, or we could just copy this system that we've seen in a thousand other games. And several $1 million. Well, I think, I mean, Yeah, and I mean, I think there needs to be space for both. Yeah. Yeah. But then, I mean, I like what Sony does too, where they just have a ton of AAA published. Why can I not nudge? Oh, published AAA titles, and then they just have this giant indie publishing arm as well, right? Where they just go, okay, we recognize that indie is doing something cool, so we're just gonna go ahead and publish a bunch of those as well. It is so rare for me to be excited about a AAA game. Yeah. Yeah. To make it. Yeah, so like the game that Powerhoof is making, Shadow Poison Acid Knife. Yeah, it's not the type of game that I would normally go for. I don't go for those pixel art type of I think it's like a combat platformer thing. That is not my type of game, but because I fucking love whatever Powerhoof does, I'm probably gonna go out and get that, right? Yeah. Control was a game that's a Remedy. Yeah. But that's just I part of that is just that I love brutalism as an architecture stream, and all their environment design is based on brutalism. So that was, I saw a couple of screenshots and I was like, oh my god, I need to, you know, get in there and walk around in those environments because that's just my jam. So that was a big part of it for me as well. And then the next game I'm excited about, but I feel kind of guilty about it, is Diablo 4. Yeah. So yeah, well, the thing for me is that it's just completely irrational. Like, there's just a bit of my body or mind, it's a very physical, addicted reaction to it. Like, there's this bit of me that just goes, ooh, I want to, you know, have that physical reaction again to destroying things in Diablo, because that was just so good in Diablo 3. You just march through these waves of enemies, you just go, you know, everything. And I know that is the reason I want to play Diablo 4, because it's going to feel like that again, but with new content to find and stuff. And I'm fine with that. You know, I'm fine that it's just a physical kind of addicted thing. I don't mind. Yeah. Oh, that's why it was so dark. It was under that other layer. Seashells. She sells seashells by the seashore. God damn it. She sells seashells by the seashore. If two witches switched swatch watches, which witch would switch which swatch watch with which witch? No, thank you. I practiced that one, the witches one. I practiced it a lot. Did I tell you my baby started sort of talking? Ba ba. it just goes ba 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 ba, and I'm hoping that that's gonna turn into ba 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 instead of ma 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 ma, just to piss Annie off. But don't tell her that though. Right. This is starting to look a lot cleaner than it did. I'm actually fairly happy with the way this is turning out. Oh yeah, that's cool. Oh yeah, that's fine. Shh. Don't speak ill of the great N. You speak the big choo-choo. What movie is that again? Atlas, something Atlas? Cloud Atlas? Is it? It was a bit of a clusterfuck though. No, they parody it from Cloud Atlas with Tom Hanks, right? Yeah. And then he goes, oh, every true in Cloud Atlas. Here. Networked. Dude, is that oh, the movie you shared in our Discord? It actually I like their particles. Not the exhaust particles, but the explosion particles. Really nice. Yeah. Yeah. Loading takes between 2.5 to 3 minutes. Ooh, every time you die, you must sit in the 2.5-minute loading screen. Oy. Is that, oh yeah, I see which game it is. I won't mention it, but. Yeah. Yeah. But that's because we don't do a big fat open world, right? It's I mean, if we do unnamed next title. hype unnamed next title. Registered trademark unnamed next title. But you know, if there's big worlds in there, then that's gonna be especially if we do proc gen. Wait, where is? It's right there. All right. I can't wait to get back into our proc gen discussions. Remember that meeting that we had at the Dutch Game Garden where all we did was just we were gonna do I think like a sprint planning over there, and we just ended up discussing Voronoi patterns all day. Yeah. Hype. This earthworm Jim motherfucker looking motherfucker has the entire lock in front of his face. That is not cool. Oh, no. Still, but it's. Oh my god. Yeah, but that would be expected, right? I'll just get it. It's fun, right? I think. I don't know. You should. I mean, can you get all the Skyrim mods for the VR version? I mean, because then you need to get the Thomas the Train Engine mod for it, and that would be fucking terrifying in VR, I think. All right, there you go. Oh, there's 2 AAA titles that I'm excited about. The other one is a Master Chief Collection for PC. Yeah. But of course. I want to get one of those M.2 SSDs. I should stop watching fucking Linus Tech Tips on anything. Not good for the wallet. I kind of want to check it out just because of RTX, but I don't think I've played, but it doesn't have RTX though. The only RTX game that I've played since getting the RTX 2080 is Control. Still have not played any other freaking RTX title. It's still not out. You can get a mod to do RTX shaders, but I don't want to fuck with mods again because it requires some setup that I don't want to spend that time on fucking Minecraft, right? Just to be honest, dude, I played it so much. I sunk so much time into that game. You don't even know. But not just at this point. I don't want to sink more time into Minecraft. I always used to play with a mod that kind of made the textures look like had this really nice, clean, cartoony look. I don't remember the name of the textures, but they were really nice. They were like slightly HD textures, but with a very cool, stylized, cartoony look to them. Made the game look really fucking nice. But you know the official. So in 2020 they're coming out with an actual official RTX, just like as a setting in your menu instead of having to install mods in Minecraft. So once that's there, I've actually already installed it, Minecraft, but once the setting is there, I'm just gonna check it out for a bit. Alright, now for this boy. Random Shade 123 is now following you on Twitch. Thank you for following. I should do one of those way over the top animations and sound things whenever somebody follows me on Twitch, and then so that it can happen like once a stream. Really? Could you ask our contact if it falls under NDA or if we are allowed to send that to our sound designer, our external sound design company? Because that could be that, right? Okay, so what is, so would that be 102? 102? No, it would be negative 102. Yes. No. It would be, God fucking damn it. Yeah. What would that be? 82? No. 72? No. Awkward. Yeah.
Talking to nobody.
I've been talking to myself. Now they can hear you.
Oh. Hey guys, I'm still here 3 hours later. I've been talking to Yorm all this time.
No, so they can only not hear you. It's the same issue as last week where they can't hear you in a certain scene, but they can in the other scene. So in the Cintiq scene, which is where I've been most of the day, they can hear just fine.
Oh, okay.
But in the main screen scene, the one that I've edited to accommodate for my new screen, they couldn't hear you there. But that's fine. How does that come out to 78? Weird. Alright, whatever.
Yeah, I'll send off an email. Who is that person again? I never need that person.
Alright, this is looking pretty clean. Fairly happy with
You're
this.
looking pretty clean.
That's because I took a shower this morning.
Sweet.
Yellow, you can draw a bounding box around all of this, please. Maybe move to because the layer is locked out. It's not even a visible fucking. Right. Let me just get rid of that. There we go. Any other locked layers? No. Hmm.
Where the fuck are you? Here. No. Oh, here, I got it. Yeah. Okay, I'm sending off an email to the guys.
Oh shit, I forgot. I still don't get to actually drag files in Windows because, you know, reasons. Alright. Weird, I guess. Wait, I redid the line work for Bob at some point. Did I not? Not only did it for Ellie. No, never mind. Alright, take a gander at the stream. This should pretty much
Yep, looking at it.
the clean version.
You're still going through your colors, and you're still coloring. Now it's purple, now it's green, now it's yellow and red, and back to purple. Now it's blue again.
Back at blue.
Yeah.
I just wanted to see what it would be.
Yeah. If this is like make like a quarter of
Yeah, I'll just do a 4x4 for you. Or a 2x4. 2x2.
2x2.
Yeah.
And then wait, are you gonna provide me just a single cell out of this 2x2, or are you gonna provide me with the whole split screen?
Just the whole split screen thing. Right?
Oh, perfect. Sure, yeah, that's because yeah. I was writing an email. Let's see.
Do you want it as a just a plain JPEG or PNG or Targa or whatever?
Give me a just a plain PNG is fine. Or Targa, whatever is like good for you.
There's functionally no difference for me.
Whatever you click on first, then.
Yep. Clicked on PNG. Where's all the PNGs? There they are. This is not the folder that I'm saving it in. There we go. I'll just toss that to you on Discord, I guess. Because I'm not on the Git right now. I still don't get to fucking drag fucking things. Like, why?
Ooh.
You don't realize how often you drag things into other things until it breaks. Hate going through menus. It's just annoying.
Thanks. I'll get to that in a minute. I need to just send off this email real quick.
What? It has to be 120. Thank you. Nope.
All right, the email is sent. Yes, this is exactly what I need. Let me just boot up my tools. Got the kit ready already. Oh boy, this is always exciting. I'm just gonna put it over the title screen so we don't have to fuck around too much with it. And then nothing.
Oh. I think I might restart just Windows Explorer for a second.
Cool.
Just to see if it will unbreak the functionality of dragging files.
All right, I'm gonna put it in my debug folder for now.
What the hell is going on?
How big is this image of yours?
Should be 1080p.
Oh yeah, 1080p. Thank you.
What?
All right, here we go. Perfect.
I'll have to reboot Windows, but I won't do it now. I'll do it after the stream is ended.
All right.
All right. So that's the character select mock. Just completely redone to be pretty much exactly as it was. That's slightly different.
It's not power of 2. Fucker. No, that's fine. It's bitching about not being a power of 2, but that's okay. Alright, so it's in the game. It looks like you'd expect. Let me put it to what's the ratio here? 16. It should be 16:9. Yeah. Alright. Yeah, let's do a little quick build and run. Alright, it's on the way. I'll let you know.
All right. Remember when I had to do that pink line thing once for that one print job?
Yeah.
Cut out foam boards. Now whenever I make a new shape in Photoshop, for some reason it always puts that pink line as the stroke color. Like even if I set something else to be this, like, or set it to not have a stroke color, then with the very next object I make, it's just gonna go and do that pink line as a stroke color again. I have to set it to a different value every time I work with the stroke color.
That's actually, yeah.
Changes the angle. That also changes the angle though. Fuck it. Yeah.
Okay. Are you building? Are you doing okay, little man? Let's see. Yes.
Don't do this.
What's happening?
Actually, then accidentally put one of the little preview screens in my that I have on my second monitor or on my primary monitor, I guess, in full screen mode, and that just made my monitor trip out. Be like, oh, hey, it did fix the darkness of the colors though. Oh, I'm guessing OBS doesn't like it being HDR. Probably.
Oh, okay, that's the issue. All right.
Probably, yeah. Right.
It's already 4.
Yeah. I didn't even get up to car build.
Yeah. Tomorrow.
Well, I guess I got started on it, but I didn't get much done with it.
Yeah.
Like, it's such a fucking mess. But now at least I know, the way that we're going to approach that. So that has its own worth.
Okay. It appears. It's almost here. I almost have an answer for you. Do you want me to take a picture?
Yes. Very much so. Sorry.
Okay, starting up. It's quite dark in here though. Oh yeah. Well. Yeah, it's actually not bad. Okay. Incoming pictures. Let me take this like here. I don't know how to show this to you properly. I'll take a picture of it, how it looks like.
Yeah, just take a picture of the screen with your phone and just put that in our Discord.
No, I get that, but like, what kind of angle you want from the, like, how far away and all that. But I'll take two separate.
Yeah, just take one like super close up and another one like at viewing distance. Like,
that's exactly what I did. Yeah.
Oh, cool. You are. Great.
Yeah. Yeah. I'm taking it at the little perspective. Just a little. Okay. I'm gonna drop them in a thingy in a minute. Okay. First things first. Share. This is a little close up. That's incoming in 2 seconds.
Should I show it on stream or not?
You may show that on stream.
I'm not sure if we can show the dev kit on stream. Oh yeah, we can take it to events with us. Yeah,
you can actually show this one on stream. I can share it only in the regular chat. So just show the picture, not the rest of the chat.
Yeah, I'll click on it and then click on open original, so it'll open it in my browser.
Okay, the first one is uploading now.
Yeah, I see it.
Second one. Wait, I can actually do this. Oh, that's actually chill. Okay, here we go.
Not too bad. Hey, I'm not too sure. The benchmark data, that's just a plugin, right? That's not a...
No, it's the... Yeah. No, that's for me. That's on top of that shit. 60 FPS solid.
Yeah, but that's not something that we're not allowed to show. Right?
No, that's also okay. Like it doesn't show any
Nintendo
names.
tools.
Yeah. No.
Right. Hey, between the first picture and the second picture, you cleaned the screen a little bit. I can tell.
No, I didn't actually.
Really? Because in the first picture, it kind of looks like there's a stain on the screen.
Really?
And then on the second and the third one, it doesn't.
Isn't it just the angle though?
Oh yeah,
there's also a lamp.
Yeah. No, I see it. All right,
yeah,
sorry.
it's a little.
I get distracted a lot.
Yeah.
That seems legible to me. From a distance, it gets harder, but that might also be like just in the picture, because the picture isn't super sharp, right? Because it's because it's, I guess, kind of dark in your.
Yeah.
I don't know. I mean, you'll have to tell me, because you're right there just looking at it.
To be honest, if I'm like looking at it now and I assume two players, I mean, if you're on handheld, you're gonna keep the screen pretty close to you. I will assume people are like pretty close to the screen as is, because you're playing on handheld. You can absolutely read the names of the characters. You can absolutely see the avatars. Choose your character. Everything is eligible except for, but that's probably because it's incomplete. The lock is not really well seen.
Right. Yeah.
And you gotta watch out for white text on top of the selected yellow, because, for example, take for example Stick. His legs, between his legs is gonna be more yellowy, which his name will probably be a little bit harder to read.
I did darken out the Stick preview image itself, but I didn't realize. If you put the yellow background on there, that's going to be an issue. I might do a like a black outer glow. At a low
or a black
opacity.
bar or something. Yeah.
Yeah, but a bar would like be super visible, but a black outer glow just kind of makes the background dark, dark to the back. Probably work. I'll do a test for that later.
And one more thing is the blue gradient from the right side not connecting with the left side or something. If you look at how the split screen connects the gradient, the background gradient, it doesn't quite connect. Why is that?
Oh, because it's completely different.
Oh,
it's not the same gradient.
I see.
That stuff that you see on the left side, that last dodge and standing, that's going to be a completely different image, right?
Oh, right.
An actual image there instead of
okay. So that's irrelevant then. I forget I said that. Yeah, I mean, again, it looks pretty good. It looks legible. Like you can definitely read the text. You'd have to come a little closer for the names, but they're not. Look, my eyesight is not that great, but if I put the switch away from my face until like half a meter, I can still read it, and I have like bad eyesight, kind of. I can still read it. It'll be actually unreadable from a meter onwards. So if you have your switch a meter away from your face, it'll actually be too small.
Right. So
the names, the little
might be when it's set on a table, for instance, that you and a bunch of friends are sitting around.
You can see it then, though. You can probably, if you sit around a table with this in handheld mode, I would assume you'd sit reasonably close. You can probably still see everything. But it's, I don't know. Yeah. I don't know. I think it's fine, but you'll have to decide on your own what you think.
Can you bring?
Yeah, I can bring it with me.
All right, cool. But this is not a build, though, right? This is or not one that you installed on the.
No, but I can install it. But
I kind of want to just show it to other people, or have just emulate the situation, maybe.
Well, we can. Well, yeah.
So just grab some people, sit around the table, and go like, "Hey, what are you? Are there any things that you're having trouble with, or whatever?"
Well, to be honest, once I get the art assets, I can build this thing in a day because I already have everything. So technically, we could do it in the words. Yeah, technically, we could have a testable version after the first week of the sprint.
That would be cool, though.
Yeah.
I'm gonna do two things to the fonts. After all.
Okay.
That's just for accessibility for people who have like super poor eyesight or whatever. They're gonna be 60 size instead of 48, so they're gonna be one size bigger. And I gotta put a black stroke around all of them, just to make them like super legible.
Yeah.
Yeah, and that fits. I mean, it looks cool. And it helps a lot, I think. But that's one. I'll just toss those into the same group, to be honest. Only I gave names to groups. Text. Everybody left.
Everybody did.
So I guess I'm gonna end the stream in a couple seconds. Do. That one behind. That one. It is. There we go. Bob. I don't like that though. All right. I don't even know why I'm doing a thank you for watching thing, because I think everybody left, because one of the viewers is myself and the other one is Lance, but I guess this is for the YouTube viewers then. Thank you so much for watching. We'll be back again next week doing another development stream. I think we might be ending our sprint somewhere next week or the week after. Kind of depends on. I think I'll still be working on these mock-ups and to have them ready for the sprint after that. So look forward to more fiddling around with UI. Thank you all for watching.
Thank you. Bye-bye.
Bye.